Well, I mean, this is why he's the greatest quarterback who ever lived. You know, like, just because I say he's going to fall off a cliff by the end of this year because no one's ever been great at 41, just because I hate the Patriots, because I'm a Giants fan, doesn't mean, and just because I say Aaron Rodgers' peak is higher than Brady's, doesn't mean I'm anti-Brady. Or I supported the Deflategate decision because I think he deflated the footballs. I'm not anti-Brady as a player. He is the greatest quarterback who ever lived, because that's not just about the height that you hit. It's about consistency. It's about the team you're on. It's about how you show up in big situations. It's about how you lead a group of guys. And Tom Brady does all that and puts up the numbers. He's the greatest quarterback who ever lived. Why? For the same reason, Stephen A., that the Patriots are so great every year. You know why? How do you prepare for the Patriots? They're a different team every week. Yeah. The best way to prepare for the Patriots is focus on your own weaknesses, because they will exploit them. That's what they're going to do. They're coming after you to exploit your weaknesses. The team that plays Baltimore is a different team than the team that plays Pittsburgh. The team that, like, every week, they're a different team, the Patriots. And that's because the only thing on Tom Brady's mind is the only thing on Bill Belichick's mind. The opponent they're about to face. The only thing that's on Floyd Mayweather's mind, why he's undefeated, right? The opponent they're about to face. And he reminds me a lot of Derek Jeter. Of course, I have to get a Yankees analogy in, Stephen A. Derek Jeter was once asked by, like, Steve Serby or one of those guys, you know, like the question and answer they have in the weekend paper. I forgot if it was the Post or the News in New York. But one of the questions was, what do you want that you don't have? And this is in the middle of his career. He's won a bunch of World Series. He won a batting title. But he'd never been an MVP, right? What do you want that you don't have? Did he say, I want to win an MVP? No, he said, another World Series ring. In other words, the question's designed in such a way that you already have World Series ring. He's not thinking about that. He's thinking about the next one. That's why he's Derek Jeter, and this is why he's Tom Brady, the greatest who ever did it.
My brother, my man, the one and only Denzel Washington, arguably the greatest actor that we've ever known, had him on my radio show a few months ago. And I asked him the question, what's the greatest movie you've ever done? He said, quote, the next one. He pays no attention to what he did in the past. He said, the work is what it is for me. The end product is for y'all. And then it's on to the next, to do that work, to keep grinding, to keep perfecting my craft and doing what I'm doing. And you recognize whether it's him, it's a rising star in Hollywood. This dude, Omari Hardwick, that has been on our show, the star of Power. This brother's sensational. I was on the phone with him just the other day. He said Tommy's sensational as well. The whole show may be the best show on television. It's right up there. It's a debate. That, Game of Thrones, and a couple of other things. No question about it. Billions, too. One of my favorites. You know, Paul Giamatti.
Where do you get the time to watch all this TV?
TiVo.
Every time I turn on the TV, you're talking about something.
Time out.
You got to watch the games.
Listen to me. TiVo, number one, and number two, when I'm traveling, I download all of this stuff, and I got it on my iPad.
You also read.
You think I'm on the page?
I see you reading.
That's right, I read a lot, too.
There are only 24 hours a day. There are 28 hours for you, brother.
There's something about Stephen A. that's just special, baby.
You need to watch
There's something about me that's just special. But here's the point that I'm trying to make to you. We can appreciate where those guys are coming from. We appreciate, and I tell those kind of stories because I want people to see the ingredients to greatness. Brady shows it to us from time to time in terms of what he says and what he does and what he doesn't say and what he doesn't do. When you look at the New England Patriots, what he does is he tries to quell and minimize expectations, because for some reason, despite the fact that he's a 5-time Super Bowl champion, a league MVP, a Super Bowl MVP a few times over, and arguably the greatest quarterback in NFL history, he still wants to literally be able to sneak up on you. That, however, is what I don't like about him, but that's just personal with me. And here's what I mean by that. I recognize and appreciate the greatness of Tom Brady. The one thing that's missing from him that I absolutely loved about Muhammad Ali is that he told you he was coming, and then he came. You see what I'm saying? A Floyd Mayweather told you he was coming, and then he came. A LeBron James with The Chosen One, and, at the cover of Sports Illustrated at 17, told you he was coming, and he came. Kobe told you he was coming, and he came. Shaq, the same thing. Michael Jordan didn't have to say anything, but he didn't downplay anything. Michael Jordan didn't go out of his way to quell expectations. Michael Jordan stood up there. I remember one time during a press conference, Max, they said that John Stark, I forgot who it was. I don't know whether it was John Stark or it was another opponent. Michael Jordan, the media told him, some opponent said something about him. Michael Jordan said, yeah, okay, and just said nothing. And then the interview was over with the press conference. He got up and then walked back to the podium. Who said that? What'd he say? Okay. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. In other words, the little things to let you know they're coming. Tom Brady doesn't do that. He doesn't give that to me. The only time he did try to give that to us was when he laughed in the media's face when they said to him, "Oh, we're going to score just 17 points." Okay. And then they scored 14.
Plaxico Burress who made the prediction.
Yeah, exactly.
And Tom Brady, if he would have scored 17,
there you go.
They'd still be playing that game.
How about that? So the point that I'm trying to make to you is that he doesn't do. That's the
He's
one.
He's a six-rounder Patriots way.
I think that's a misinterpretation by you.
It's the one thing that he's missing to me. He doesn't let you see him coming.
I think that. Okay, there are a couple things.
Nothing else.